Men need to understand that some of these girls bring friends to a date because of safety, not for your food and drinks. Why are you going on a date with me if you don't feel safe?
Piece of free advice. If you see a beautiful woman in the dark forest, don't follow her.
Remember, stop going places where you got no business going. You're gonna wind up catching an L. Old man once said, I'm afraid of sharks, but only when I'm in the water. If I catch one on my block, it's on. Stay where you have the advantage and secure the victory.
A brand new epidemic that just came out, and it's called fuck niggas who be stealing content. Gen Z is actually getting old. At my homie crib playing the game, his little brother come in. I say, what's up, little bro? He dapped my hand. I said, how old you is? He say 6.
Gen Z is actually getting old. I'm at my friend's house playing a video game, right? His little brother walks in. I say, what's up, little bro?
I see this, I'm like, damn, okay, maybe bro just wanted to do the video. Nah, this nigga took it a step further. Having a car as your wallpaper is cool, but if you have the car that you actually own and drive as your lock screen game, that's tough. That's plus 10,000 aura. For some reason, any nigga that pop this glitch be getting all the girls. Watch this. If you have a car as your lock screen, let me know in the comment section, are you single?
Right, now having the car as your wallpaper is cool and all, but if you have the car that you own as your wallpaper, that's so tough. That's plus like 1,000 aura. Any guy that pops this glitch be getting 1,000 girls, trust me. Watch this. Let me know in the comment section, if you have your car as your lock screen, are you single?
Bro even stole how I talk in my video. This nigga's the white translation of me, but at least he stops, right? That's what we all thinking. This is the end, right? No. Bro, it only gets worse. Every video I do, this meat muncher come behind me and take it word for word, bar for bar, without putting no spin on it. Try searching up his page later on today, he blocked me. I see some of y'all already in his comments spamming up his shit saying he took from me. Bro, I need everybody to go to his page and spam his fucking comments with stop, please. This shit is getting weird.
Welcome to the game of entertainment. When you got talent, people is gonna copy off you, man. I mean, I think you Gen Z guys have been biting. You're biting rap flows. This rapper sound like that rapper. Y'all been doing that so long that you think it's just the norm. It was always whack. And speaking of that, people who come to my channel and they expect for me to be like their favorite creepy talker, their favorite reaction channel. No, I'm not them. And if you're new to the channel, you're hearing this for the first time, this thing is like being a DJ. We all get the records from the same record store, the same couple of record stores in the town. It's all in how you spin your records. It's all in how you spin the party, how you blend them. Now, that is on some other stuff that this dude is copying you word for word, but it is what it is. That's why you got to keep changing your style up. If you talented, there's nothing to do. Just go into your bag, diversify your portfolio. And if you feel like you want to send my video to your favorite creepy talker, bro, ma'am, you don't want it. It's friendly competition. This is like a rap battle. You don't want those problems. Chill. Let's just remain cordial. You stay over there with the dumb niggas. I'ma stay over here. I'm playing with you. But low key, I'm serious too at the same time. So
watch your mouth.
And let's watch these clips.
So this real-life found footage is a bit more distressing, so viewer discretion is advised. A young couple sets up a camera on the side of the beach and start to splash and frolic and have a lot of fun. What happens to them is not entirely known, but it's suspected that the lake that they're playing in was a lot deeper than they had originally thought.
I'm sure y'all have seen this clip before. I got a whole nother take on it. So let's continue right quick.
Unfortunately, the pair would go under the water and unfortunately would not surface again. This footage and this camera would be discovered a couple hours later. Here it is.
Now let me frame it like this. I think he was always trying to drown this chick. It's very sus how he's holding on to her arms. They're standing up. Okay, so it's enough water. The water is like waist high. It's not even chest high yet. Let's continue. See how his hands are on the top? The top shows the position of power, and her arms and hands are underneath his. Right here, playing games. Here, put the water on my head. Here, let's get wet. She's already wet. He's already wet. Now, he's got a higher hold. At first, he was just holding her hands to her wrist. Now he's holding up at the top of her arms by her biceps. Really giving him the position of power here. Now, as you see, he's turning over towards his right more. It's like he's trying to trip her, trying to push her head into the water. I don't know if the left side is his more powerful arm. He can hold her down, but again, you see her hand on his forearm, like she's trying to get some kind of like footing. I don't think he's trying to drown me. Not yet. Not yet. So maybe it's just an accident. Let me just hold on. Right there, she had actually got up. See, because her head was super under the water. He was looking at the camera and smiling. She was almost out of the water, and then she yelps. Ah! Editing Adonis here. I just want to make mention, you can tell that she has some kind of footing underneath her because you don't hunch like this. I was never a lifeguard. I just know how to swim. If there's nothing underneath you and your legs are, you see what I'm saying? She's in a hunched position as if she's like you know, when you're getting up from the ground, let's say you were laying flat on your back, you put your hand on the ground. So there's like your 2 feet and your hand is pushing off of the ground. And this is the position that she's in. So this is why I don't think that there was no drop off. It looks like she's about to get out of the water, in my opinion. Almost like he pulls her back in. Right there, he realized, oh shit, this bitch is trying to draw me back. And now he's starting to panic. Because she like, if I'm going, bitch, you going too. Bro, let's stop the theatrics. You could have started the video off like that, man. Jeez, I mean, I know you got to get your watch time, but this is what I'm telling this last dude about having talent. Everybody making videos don't got talent, dude. Everybody don't got a personality. Anyway, now I know the new trend is to tell us that time travelers went back in this and this and that, and maybe one of these creepy talkers will say that Epstein was a time traveler and all of this, whatever. You think time travel is real, but at the same time the earth is flat. Or you think time travel is not real, but you think God was born from a woman. It's whatever you want to believe, bro. But they do look oddly similar. Are they related? More than likely, they probably painted the portrait of the dollar based on this guy's face. But who really gives a shit?
Ladies and gentlemen, these are my final recordings of Hot Boxing. I really enjoy being a part of this journey.
Here's another one. Oh, he's cloned. No, he's old, man. Jesus Christ, you Gen Zers. You're gonna get old, dude. You just are not old yet. You keep letting this world trick you into thinking, I'm gonna be young forever. Okay.
And all the people that I met, the remarkable people that I met.
That's the thing that would make me think he's a clone more than anything. Mike Tyson said remarkable? Hold on, nigga.
I normally don't do interviews with women unless I fornicate with them. So you shouldn't talk anymore. Unless you wanna, you know.
Mike Tyson don't use words like that. Now, remarkable is just a normal word to me and you. I didn't hear the lisp or nothing. That's remarkable.
I broke my back. Spinal.
No, That's a clone, my nigga. You might got me right there. Mike Tyson is way more ignorant than this.
Interviews, and by now, for me, this is my next chapter in life. Please enjoy the following socials at Mike Tyson and MikeTyson.com for my next venture.
He even tried to pretend like he had a lisp. The fuck out of here, man.
Watch this video before it's removed from the internet.
So this is the documented moment of conception. And the sperm enters the egg, and there's this poof of light that comes off of it. Scientists are studying this, and they're looking at it, and they're like, okay, well, it looks like it's a release of zinc, a burst of zinc that comes off the egg, and it creates this appearance. But any way you slice it, they can't explain away that light happens when life happens. Is that amazing? Light happens when life happens. So this is the documented...
Well, we do know the egg is dead. That's what the menstrual cycle is. It's the woman's body getting rid of the egg that wasn't fertilized. The egg isn't alive until the guy comes in and his swimmers hit the egg. But then the swimmers, they're kind of like confetti at a parade. Unless you have an egg, then it's like, oh, now it's okay. Now it's about something. So the two need each other. And that's never going to change no matter how much science and these people who are one God, I guess the best way to put it, think or try. It's never going to change from that. And that's what it is. You don't have an anti-gravity device. You don't have that. It's not, these are laws that the Almighty put in place for man.
A relationship is a construct. Money is a construct. Time is a construct. It doesn't actually exist. It's only an idea.
Time is not a construct. You can tell by gray hair. If time didn't exist, people wouldn't even get gray hair. Growing old is a sign that there's time. That's why you're not a time traveler. You're getting old. It's happening. Deal with it.
So, Roman numerals. See, this is what they've done to us. Now Roman numerals are a conspiracy theory to me. Rome, Washington, and by the way, why is it District of Columbia? So the District of Columbia runs the United States? Why? Roman numerals on Lucifer's tablet here. Oh, notice it looks emerald too. Everything's just falling apart. Or you can just not pay attention at all and just go on with your merry way. Something doesn't sit right. Look at an androgynous being. You can't tell if it's a male or female. This is Lucifer. Now, you want to call us conspiracy theorists for thinking this is Lucifer? Fine. Most of you know who that is Lucifer, and then you're the ones who's saying it's a conspiracy because you're trying to cover it up. People who don't say anything, they're just like, hey, it's possible. Look, it's a light bearer. But there's a lot of things that, I've seen a lot of videos on the Statue of Liberty, but look at this. For example, I knew about the chain on the foot, but if you really look in the history of it, like, look at this. Did y'all know this? That originally the intention was to put the chains in the statue's left hand, where that book is with the Roman numerals. And Roman numerals, like Rome, Washington, Rome, Seven Hills, the shackles at the feet of liberty to symbolize liberty breaking free from bondage. So was this country like in bondage, or does this mean something else? The Big Apple, right? They call it the Big Apple. Why do they call it the Big Apple? I'm sure we can look it up. Let's look it up real quick. This is wild too. Like, we can look up anything, and we just gotta trust what we're seeing. We just gotta trust what we're seeing here. And by the way, people gonna say the Bible this, the Bible that. It's like, how many people trust this or trust in Alexander the Great, that he existed? Like, nothing was written down about him like 300 years until after his death or something like that, right? We just gotta trust that this is all real. The one thing I know I could trust is the Bible, the Word of God.
Not quite convinced, but you're getting better. Keep working on it, champ. And one day, society will believe this stuff. I don't want to call it malarkey. Bullshit. One day, society will believe this bullshit.
So this not weird to y'all? No, it's not weird. You're making it weird. Why would it be weird unless you made it weird? He's like the most popular streamer ever. She's a child. She probably it's probably her favorite streamer. I'm pretty sure her mom or dad organized her birthday party. Most likely her mom organized her birthday party. She had to reach out to Kai herself. If the mom is organized everything and is clearly chaperoning the event, what would make it weird? What do you think is going to happen with the parents there, with the mom there? Great way to tell us where your mind is.
This is what I'm looking at. This girl. She's weird because her mind is going there. She's hurt, so everywhere she sees, someone else probably was hurt. Nah, everybody wasn't hurt before. Not like that.
Wait, go ahead for 1 second. I'm going to get a solo shot.
That's more weird than what we just saw. That's too much. I don't like BBLs. BBLs are weird. And nobody is telling y'all women that? BBLs are weird.
On May 29th of this year, Natalie Reynolds went live on Kick, and shortly after it started, she is seen trying to convince a woman to jump into the lake. The woman then claims that she cannot swim but only float. Natalie then says,
"I'll give you 20 bucks.
20 bucks?
Yeah, that's a.
The woman then jumps into the water, followed by the staff running down the dock, and Natalie acts as if she wasn't just trying to convince the woman to jump in the water. Instead of helping the woman that she knows cannot swim, her and her friends leave the scene and are making jokes about the fact that Natalie thought she was just drunk and not mentally ill.
I can't swim. I can only float.
Oh, she might literally die.
No, stop. Seriously, don't stop. Please, you're actually freaking me out. No! She said she's drowning. She said she's drowning.
I think you literally just murdered the lady.
No, I didn't.
Nah, this is bad.
Natalie.
Since then, Natalie has received a lot of hate, and several people are claiming she should be charged with attempted murder.
She went viral. She got her 15 minutes of fame. This is a valuable lesson to you Gen Zers, but y'all never learn no fucking lessons anyway. Stop listening to pretty girls. Men, we learned. It took age. See, time, gray hair. You don't just know off the rip. Some of us guys do, if our fathers was there. Sometimes our dads don't know. In any case, we learn as men. Truer words have never been spoken. Thank you to my channel members. We said thank you. Ha! To my channel members. No diddy when I say member. Thank you. To my channel members. Fuck you if you're not a member. Nah, I'm just kidding, but seriously, join. Thank you.
Listen, I don't care what nobody is telling you. We have officially reached another new level of brain rot. I didn't think it could get any worse. Y'all are blowing my motherfucking mind. I can't believe this shit. I was scrolling on my For You page and I seen a viral Vine from like 2014. I was like, let me watch this shit for the shits and giggles. It was the what's 9 plus 10 mean. Everybody knows my boy says 21. Why the fuck did somebody walk in his room and he looked back like this? Did these niggas make an alternate ending, my nigga? That's not what the fuck happened in the Vine. So I'm like, what type of fucking plot twist do we got going on in this bitch? I'm like, alright, maybe it's just some funny shit they made. My nigga, they did it with this nigga too, Welv in the Grave. This nigga had a Skinwalker walking in his AI video. Why the fuck are we remixing videos, gang? Y'all remix Brown listening to T Grizzly. I don't know how the fuck y'all niggas did this shit. And the little nigga that hits the ball on his head, why the fuck is there a 7'3" nigga standing right there sizing this little nigga up? They remixed this nigga too. They talking about time traveling. No, nigga, y'all niggas are fucking this shit up with AI. These niggas even remixed a Flight Rage. Is y'all niggas serious? This nigga looked to the right and walked straight out his room. He never did that shit. Flight never did that. We is officially cooked. We're in the end times, gang. I'm saying.
Well, congratulations to you for realizing we're in the end times. The real fear is when they start doing this to actual historical video events. Are you ready for that? Well, what did you think AI was for? To one day gain sentience? What you thought, Terminator 2 was legitimate? My bad. You believe the earth is flat. So, of course.
This is damage to the front end of your car, which hit his car in the rear.
And what seems to be happening is that when you first die, your consciousness becomes expansive, and they travel at the speed of thought. And so this is just happening as they've died, and they're just recalibrating and understanding their new abilities as a sovereign soul.
Now, how does he know that would be the question I ask. Did you die and see the light and then you came back?
Yo, what is Google trying to tell us? I saw a video do this, I did not believe it, so I did it myself, and it's true. I had a really strong feeling we would not see past 2030. Let me show you why. Okay, going through the dates, one at a time. First, 2024. And it's just normal stuff, right? 2024, okay. Wait till you see what 2025 is. You can't make this stuff up. What is this? What is this? That, like, what's going on? Did you see the gas mask in the first one? What is this? Watch this. 2026, back to normal, right? But wait until you see 2027. Whoa, hold on there. What's going on with this? It's about to get really weird in 1 second. It's about to get really weird. Weird, huh? But just wait. 2028 is the craziest one. Almost. 2028. 2028 the end? 2028 Finn? 2028 the rapture? 2028, what is this? You guys, are you serious? All over the freaking place. Why? Watch 2029. The very end, supposedly, by Google. Meteors hitting the earth. Like the very, very end.
Here's why I gotta ask again. How can a meteor hit the earth if there's a firmament? The meteor's gonna go through the firmament? Or is space inside the firmament with us? Or is it outside the firmament? I don't know, man. There's been so much stuff taken out of the Bible, the Apocryphy, or whatever it's called, the Book of Enoch, if that was even ever part of the Bible. The Council of Nicaea, I don't know, were those guys just the Bilderberg group of the 1500s? And they got together and said, okay, we're going to take this out, we're going to put that. What religion were those guys? What information do we have about who was in the Council of Nicaea? What's these guys' backstory? Who knew that a bunch of mortal men could decide what goes in the Bible and what doesn't go in the Bible? I thought the verses of the Bible were given to people with divinity. These are prophets. These are guys who were given the word of God. So who are these mortals, these guys with no divinity, to just decide, nah, that damn, no. Yeah, put that part in. No, don't take that part out. So I don't know, man. You tell me in the comments. Because I know you're going to. Not, I really care, but that's the thing about Christians. That's what drove me out of Christianity. Christianity is actually cool. Christians, what a nightmare. This is hilarious. It's not that we don't understand that there's sexual assault. Us guys are saying every man doesn't sexually assault you, but every bear will kill you. Let me just also say, a lot of us men, I don't want to be alone in the woods. I don't want to be in the woods. That's better to say. If I had to pick to be in the woods at all, I'd want to be alone in the woods with a cell phone and cell phone service.
You sound like a bitch. Bitch.
But that's just me.
Now, this is a great example of how animals don't want to mess with things that they think they're going to lose to because, well, they're not stupid. This crocodile is sitting there and this man is leaning on the beach.
Wait. This crocodile is on the beach. Thanks for telling me how to defend myself if a crocodile comes out of the ocean. Let me just stay a little further back where the pavement is. I'll drive you to the beach. I'm going to stay back here.
He stands up and shows that he's bigger, this crocodile is going to flee. And you'll notice as soon as he stands up and starts walking towards it, it gets freaked out, spooked. It's like, nope, I don't want anything to do with you. Pretty much all animals have this kind of reaction. You know, a smaller animal will still go after you,
But as soon as you really become big, oftentimes a smaller animal will get away. Crocodiles, bears are no exception. This is another example with the crocodile. That thing is massive. That thing shouldn't be afraid of them, but it's a bigger thing. It's noisy. That dude didn't turn around and try to fight. He just ran away. These people are about to start screaming at this bear, and as soon as he does, he shakes himself. He's like, oh crap. And he starts walking away. He's like, I don't want anything to do with that. In any situation, making yourself look a lot bigger than you actually are can sometimes be the reason why you make it.
That's very interesting, and I won't argue with my guy Bear Grylls, no doubt. But the thing I'm saying is,
I don't give a fuck.
Just look at the way the eagle grabs that little girl. Like, oh my god, how big are these birds getting? Like, seriously, when they could almost pick a child that size up off the ground. She gets up after the man comes by with the horse. If it was my child, I would be terrified.
let's examine that a little bit closer. That's not AI, by the way. That's an actual eagle trying to take your kid away.
This part of me is this camera, and this part of me is the other camera. You have two cameras on your phone. Why are you just using one camera? One camera. I'll tell you why you're doing it. You didn't think of using both cameras.
No, I'm not using both because my phone is locked. I'd have to root my phone. Some of you don't even know what rooting is. Only the nerdiest of us nerds know what rooting is. Get nerdy with it, bitch, and figure it out. But that's why I'm not using both of my cameras. That feature is locked, so stop the cap.
How many things in your life are like that? You have two cameras, two metaphorical cameras, but you're just using one camera. I'm gonna make it easier for you to understand. Here, I'm gonna shrink myself. Okay, there, is that easier? So it's clear that like, let's get one side of the camera, the other side of the camera, I'm gonna go back to regular size. I made another video using both cameras. And
I hate people like this because they won't even tell you how to use it. You see what I'm saying? Now, I don't know that this dude isn't some plant, some psyop that's saying this for whatever weird reason they got to ultimately deceive the people. I don't know. But you can't believe anything that these people is talking about. Hell, nigga, don't even believe me.
I wonder if these are missing people or an auction.
Now, that's a good question. I see these all the time when I go in Walmart. Or any store for that matter.
Does anybody else remember that video about that 14-year-old girl who went to Walmart and allegedly a worker came up to her with some perfume she wanted her to smell on one of those test strips? And the girl inhaled it and then went unconscious and woke up in like some basement where there was a train underground that took her somewhere else and she escaped. Anybody else remember that? Because I searched and searched and searched and I couldn't find anything. Anybody else remember when Walmarts were closing down in like 2012, like a whole bunch of Walmarts, and people were claiming they were turning into FEMA camps, and then people were recording videos of them hearing these humming noises that were coming from nowhere in residential areas? Not to mention the fact people were finding these coffins, so to speak, that were lined up by the hundreds of thousands. Like, whatever happened to that?
A strange noise North St. Louis County residents say they are hearing.
Look at what's happening at the Walmart I work at. Looks like they're building the cage on the outside and they've done construction to it. What the crap is going on here? This is starting to get real. And also there's something big, square box that they built on the inside, almost in the middle of Walmart.
What in the hell is this? Coffin. It's hundreds of thousands of coffins.
Is that what it is? I mean, these guys are both actors. Alex Jones, he's an actor. I showed him in Jason vs. Freddy. People said, that's not him. What about all these masks that people wear that look surprisingly lifelike? Now we're going to say that these guys are not using that. Jesse the Body Ventura, he's WWF, WWE, whichever one you want to call. He's an actor. He was in movies. He was in Predator. Come on, dudes. These guys are actors.
Japan is the only country that got rich without getting fat. 4.5% of Japanese people are obese compared to 26% in Britain and 42.5% in the United States. So I went to a school called Koenji School, which takes kids from 5 to 18. And I remember with these kids, I was asking them their favorite foods. The first kid I asked said, my favorite food is broccoli. It's like, right. The second kid said, my favorite food is seaweed. And the third one was like, I like white rice. And I said to Chie, my translator, are these kids trolling me, right? Like, what, their favorite foods are broccoli and like white rice? And she just looked kind of puzzled. And every Japanese person I asked said, well, we teach our children to like healthy food. Don't your children like healthy food?
No, they don't. They hate healthy food. Remember the term health nut back in the day? Who started that? I don't know. Just if you like to go to the gym and eat healthy, you are a nut. You're crazy. He's insane. He's a health nut. Remember when you used to like the environment? You were a tree hugger. He's insane. He hugs trees. All I can say to that is, America, fuck yeah! So lick my blood and suck on my bones, America, fuck yeah! What you gonna do when we come for you now? It's the dream that we all share. It's the hope for tomorrow. Fuck yeah! McDonald's, fuck yeah! Walmart, fuck yeah! The Gap, fuck yeah! Baseball, fuck yeah! NFL, fuck yeah! Rock and roll, fuck yeah! The internet, fuck yeah! Slavery, fuck yeah! Fuck yeah!
If you memorialize an astronaut that perished serving our country by naming a school after them, what on earth could cause you to want to remove that name from that school? Because that's exactly what went down not too long ago when there was a vote to remove Krista McCullough's name from a middle school. They literally want to remove her name to reflect the Oasis brand. Yes, let's remove a dead astronaut's name because we care more about our brand. Or could they have found something that made them want to remove the name? Something that has been coming to light a lot lately.
George Bush Sr. hand-selected the teacher, Krista McCullough. What are the odds that 30 years later, there is a professor at Syracuse University with the name Sharon McCullough?
what? Two people with the same last name? Conspiracy. I'm not making fun of you, bitch nigga. I'm not. I'm just listening. I'm just listening.
I still can't believe that I'm going to actually be going into that shuttle. It just really doesn't seem possible.
Krista McCullough was asked if she had any fears about her space shuttle flight.
People really feel that space travel is safe now. It's not that earlier feeling that, oh, it's going to blow up or something's going to happen. Right at this point, I feel that I'll be okay.
Have you seen what some brave souls brought to the Brevard County courthouse recently?
I'll remember the Challenger explosion that took place in 1986 that tragically took the lives of all 7 astronauts on board. It launched not too far from where we're standing here today. Well, the interesting thing is, a couple decades later, this thing called the internet came about, and someone allegedly found almost all of those astronauts alive and well, many using the same exact names. As you can see here, we have Challenger astronaut Judith Resnick and also a Judith Resnick Yale law professor. Michael J. Smith, the pilot of the Challenger astronaut, and also professor at University of Wisconsin, now retired Michael J. Smith. Commander Dick Scobie, who is now president of Cows and Trees.
Wait, okay. He's president of Cows and Trees? Is that the name of his company? Because that name sucks. Or is he the actual president of all cows and all trees? Is this North American trees and cows? Pardon me, cows and trees? Or is this unilaterally the world's cows and trees? This is... And aside from that, I'm trying to pay attention, but this redhead, first of all, I love redheads. As we all do. Let's stop the cap. Until redheads out there. Everyone loves redheads. People just have to pretend like they don't, because blondes and brunettes ruined it for you. It is what it is. Anyway, she looks geeked. Let's get a closer look at her. Talk about having a couple of bumpies for the road, huh? They just all look, just that whole section. Why do you have your hair the same way? They all just look weird. From the strawberry blonde next to the redhead to even Gary Busey in the back. Even my man George Costanza on the far left. Just the entire Motley crew is something about them. I can't put my finger on it. Weirdos. They look like weirdos, but they don't look like your normal weirdos. They look like planted weirdos. Did they sit them behind him to throw you off. I can't even understand what this guy is talking about barely because I'm focusing on my girl Poison Ivy there with the red hair. I don't know, man.
Now, if you'll notice, they all have the exact same faces 30 some odd years later, the same exact name, and they are the same age.
The same is allegedly true for our friend who just happens to have that school named after them. Could it be that the school board caught wind of what was going on with these court cases and decided to take action before action was taken to them? Now, I did some research, and the only other time I could find a school building or a school being renamed was because they found out that the memorial just happened to memorialize a bunch of racists.
We absolutely love memorializing racist heroes in America. We pretend we don't because you have to now, but internally, notice I didn't say secretly, we love them.
What's the case here? Why are they removing the name of someone who is supposedly a United States hero that gave their life for the exploration of space? So as I've been doing lately, I'm not saying anything. I'm just showing. I'm not telling you anything is true. I'm just giving you some information, some visuals for you to make up your own decision.
Well, their teeth are a little different. I mean, and her nose is more snarled over on the right side, more werewolfish. Like she's turning into a werewolf. Skinwalker-ish, if you will. Skinwalker Ranch, if you will, the lady on the right.
What's a conspiracy theory that you 1,000% believe in? I'll go first.
That if you take more than one trip to bring your groceries in, you a bitch. And I'm not trying to be mean or rude or shit, but that's some bitch-made stuff. If you're not willing to cut the circulation of your arms off to take one trip, you a bitch.
That's a little concerning because, baby, that wasn't that funny for you to be laughing that hard. Goddamn. Are you fucking this nigga? I mean, the joke was funny, but I had a guy do that when I was at his crib. We was hitting a bowl, and his wife was over there laughing like this. And he said to her, he's like, damn, shorty, it's not that funny. In my head, I was like, nigga, yes, it was. So don't hate. It was that funny. But I could appreciate where he was coming from. Like, have some class, slut. He's right here. Jesus Christ. Fellas, leave it in the comments if your girlfriend or ex-girlfriend was ever laughing a little bit too hard at the next nigga's joke.
Have you ever wondered what an Egyptian pyramid is doing on a US dollar bill?
Yes, I have, as a matter of fact.
Or why 56 countries signed a treaty not to venture into Antarctica?
Yes, I have. I mean, that does give credence to the whole ice wall theory.
And why do planes never fly over it? How did NASA lose the footage of the moon landing, one of humanity's most pivotal moments? If Neil Armstrong was the first on the moon, who was holding the camera?
That's like losing your wedding ring, my nigga. Oh, babe, I lost my wedding ring. Your girl will be like, well, over at that bitch house?
Why haven't we returned to the moon? If monkeys evolved into humans, why are there still monkeys? And what about the 95% of our DNA dismissed as garbage? Who decided that? Ever ponder how cathedrals and parliament buildings were built so symmetrically by people living in wooden huts and traveling by horse-drawn carriages? How is this same architecture found worldwide?
Aliens is what they took, because black and brown people are stupid. We love racism, especially in America. We love it. It's different types of racism and classism. It's called other things, but we love it as humans.
Do ancient Egyptian artworks seem to depict spaceships? Or why are giants featured in ancient writings across various cultures, including the Bible? Why are mushrooms a common motif in ancient Christian art? And why does Santa dress like the Amanita muscaria mushroom? Why do ancient artworks include pine trees? And is it a coincidence that the pineal gland resembles a pine? Why are dragons depicted in cultures around the world, separated by thousands of years, yet also mentioned in the Bible? Ever notice the blatantly demonic symbolism in the music and entertainment industry? And have you thought about why most video games revolve around killing?
Interesting questions. If it was me asking the church members, they would have threw me out of church. Hey, what do you know? That did happen to me. Thrown out of church. Leave it in the comments if you got thrown out of church and you just wanted to know why. No smoke. I'm just asking like this. Why are there ads on Google for crisis actors? What is a crisis actor? Well, it's a person who acts like there's a crisis. Why do we need that, and why is this one paying $251,000 a year? Crisis cast in a what?
Wait for it. Look at the size of that fish. This osprey scored a huge Atlantic menhaden, and before it can get fully airborne and reach a good altitude, it's got to get rid of some of the water it picked up when it dove underwater and grabbed this fish. Wait for it. Almost there. Here comes the shake. And look at that. That's awesome. Just like a dog. Gets rid of all that excess water. And now it's almost ready to get higher up altitude so it can get out of here with that fish. But the fish, it's swinging around just a little too much. It needs to reposition it, and it's going to do that here with its talons. Going to sink them right into its back. Boom. That's it for the fish. Now I can carry it out of here nice and aerodynamic.
That's what I want to know. We know that man evolved from mermaids or whatever. What did this thing evolve from? And I thought this thing flew. What is it doing diving in the ocean? I'm not fucking with the ocean.
Condor catches a shark.
Condor catches a shark? No, I'm good. Come on. It's only a matter of time for they're big enough to catch a person. I'm good.
Where is it? Oh, do you see it flopping?
There was this video, this girl in a parking lot with her two friends, and they're freaking out, and her car is covered in just a huge load of poop. Just a huge dropping. Front, top, back. Poop? The two girlfriends show up. The girl's like, listen, you have to believe me. I saw a pterodactyl.
What? Oh,
She said this thing was 20 feet wide, and she heard it, and she saw it, and she says, I'm not joking. It pooped on my car. And there is literally just this huge mess.
That's weird.
It's super creepy. There's people that say, like, in the comments, they're like, dude, my grandpa swore he saw one in his farm one time, like, flying over. Like, they're like, real thing.
When they were going out west and stuff, like early America, a lot of these people, like on the Oregon Trail, they reported seeing these thunderbirds.
Yeah, I heard a story about one of the guys came into a saloon. He was like, I shot one. He couldn't carry it back, but he cut off a big strap of wing, and it was basically just a huge piece of leather that wasn't leathered.
It was
like that.
Life finds a way.
So there's a new portrait of Kate Middleton standing under a tree. First of all, when I put this image into an
I already see something right there. See that little circle thing that look like an eye.
detection software, it is telling you this. When you duplicate this picture and mirror it, then you got the hidden face inside the trees. When I turn this image upside down, you got an image like this, with the horns, and when I invert the colors, you're seeing this better, right? Here's the face, here are the horns, right? Here's the body, and it looks like that he's sitting on a throne. Just like this picture of Baphomet on a throne. When I take the middle of her face and mirror it and stitch this together, you get a face like this, right? Then go to automatically color matches and white matches, and invert the colors, you are going to see this a little bit better, right? Here again. So yeah, there might be some reasons why you are feeling uncomfortable when you're looking at this picture.
But can't you do that with like any picture and like kind of see what you want to see? I don't know about that one. It's creepy, but I feel like I'm just looking for stuff. It's like a Ouija board. It's there, but it's not coming to haunt me. The board itself. The board is just a doorway. Oh snap, is that what these pictures are? They're like doorways to demons. Stop looking for doors. That's your problem. Now you haunted.
What's your type?
I like probably volleyball chick.
A strong girl, athletic.
Maybe has a family member that can't speak English that good.
Oh, okay. Foreigners.
Foreigner or even mentally fucking
Happy
unwell.
to be here. Oh, mentally unwell. You like that?
I know if there's somebody their family is.
Okay.
Because they're loving people. Because you can't be.
Oh, right. Because you're compassionate. Because you have this family member.
Hey, look, we gonna role play, all right? You my girl, and you just gonna break up with me.
Oh shit!
Just break up with me, all right?
Just break up with you?
Yeah.
Can I? I'm just asking. Can I use the N-word or not?
Hey.
No, I'm just saying. I would always.
Hey, Theo, I don't care, but when we step out of here, I can't help you.
We're being, I don't know, Richard was over and people were just being kind of
touchy-feely.
Yeah, it's just real strange out there.
Did you bait him? Did you bait him?
Yeah, bro. So then, dude, my friends Adam would come back inside, man, and his dad would be like, "What in the fuck have you boys been doing out there? You've been queering."
And queering as a verb is very funny.
Oh, you've been queering around, boys. And he was just, he had a hat on, right? And so I went up and it said Mariners, and so I said, "Oh, are you a big fan?" I said, "Unfortunately, you guys are one of the only teams never to win the championship, the Major League Championship." And he said, "Excuse me?" I said, "Seattle, you guys are one of the only teams to never win it. It's unfortunate." And he just kind of looking at me weird. I said, "I love Ichiro. And I'm not going to, racially profile him, but, he could be Bobby Lee's daddy. I'll say that. You wouldn't be surprised if you looked up the Sung Sang dynasty and he was in one of the arts." And he's like, what are you? And at this point, I can tell he's getting a little upset. And I started to think something was wrong. I started to feel high, honestly. And he's like, "Well, what in the fuck are you talking about?" I said, "The Mariners." And I pointed at his hat and it said Marines on it. And, just damn,
Do you want to wear headphones or no?
Oh, yeah, you want to put them on? I didn't see you had yours on.
I feel like I'm alone here in headphone land.
Yeah, it is weird, huh? It's like when you put a condom on and then the other person's just still looking at their phone. You're like, "Oh, this is weird." And the person, is a woman, too.
Jesus Christ, you gotta tell everybody, huh?
Well, I'm just saying.
Daughter was celebrating her first birthday without her father when this was captured.
Happy birthday, dear Bricky. Happy birthday to you. Make a wish. Make a wish. Make a wish. And many more. Right. Woo! Almost. Whoa. All right, Jackie. Oh, forgot. I don't want to know the details. All right, here, honey. The girl's got to have a present. This is from me. Yeah. Did you know? How cute. Should we cut the cake? Yeah. Jackie, press its pause.
Hope you're doing well. I'm feeling much better now, so whenever you can.
Please, tell me that.
Hey kiddo, hope you're doing well. I'm feeling much better now, so whenever you can, just come visit me, okay? Okay.
Shut up. No way.
What a sucky birthday gift. Oh my God. My wife, her favorite uncle passed away, and to this day, she randomly will just start crying. That must suck. Yeah, you miss your dad already. It's stop reminding me. Jeez, who invited you anyway to the party?
That is not worth. That is not worth.
Yeah, if that wasn't creepy enough, what's this?
It's pause.
What is that? Is this the person filming? Because it looks like the Grim Reaper is filming your birthday.
Real quick, I want to show you what happens when private equity comes in and buys up a major franchise. Now remember, franchises, a company owns the name, the intellectual property, the training materials, but individual, everyday, hardworking Americans own the individual locations. Private equity acquires that name. Those individual locations have no say in that. Now, it has been less than 3 months since Subway closed with Roark. Now, Roark already owns Arby's. They already own Jimmy John's. They already own 2 other deli brands, right? And they're creating a massive monopoly. But less than 3 months after they bought Subway, Now you can buy all of the Subway sandwich sauces, all the sauces that made each of their recipes special or original or unique. You can now buy on sale for $3.99. That is less than half the price of a single sandwich. And what's killing me is that, so now you can make it at home, which I love being able to afford to do things at home, but they are competing with their own franchisees. But why? Why would they do that? Especially when this Subway is literally in the same parking lot that I'm in. They do that because the Subway owners only pay 3 to 4% royalties. So when you sell a $10 sandwich, they're only getting 40 cents. But when they sell this bottle, they're getting 100% of the licensing and profits. So they are circumventing their franchisees to squeeze more money out. And in the process, they're making it so that it looks less affordable to eat for their franchisees. But they're still getting their money. They got to make back that $8.5 billion. And so the franchisees suffer, the communities suffer. They find ways to circumvent and go straight to the customers. And small businesses always pay the price for private equity's greed.
I don't understand exactly what she said, but it sounds fucked up.
I don't believe in Skinwalkers, so I went to a forest locals told me not to.
Of course, because he doesn't believe in Skinwalkers. He went to somewhere the locals told him not to go to.
I don't believe in Skinwalkers, so I went to a forest locals told me not to, and well, tried to taunt Skinwalkers and immediately started hearing this all around me. So then I said Skinwalker in the native tongue. Nalushi. At this point, I'm doing everything you possibly can imagine that you're not supposed to do, trying to find Skinwalkers, and honestly, nothing's working. Like, I've ventured pretty far into this forest, and yeah, I'm getting the feeling like I'm being watched, but really that could be anything, so then I decided to try using the death whistle. After I used the death whistle, I started to hear some rustling off in the bushes, so I decided to go investigate because, well, that was the only logical thing to do. Even though I have the feeling of being watched, I'm sure whatever was in the bushes was just animals based on the animal poop all over the place, but, you know, that's honestly maybe a little bit more concerning because I'm not really sure what animal's out here and I'm starting to feel like I'm being watched even more. I'm pretty far out in this forest completely alone and my gut's telling me to turn around, so I'm going to do exactly the opposite of what it says and do one of the most terrifying things I've ever done.
Skinwalker, Skinwalker, Skinwalker. When to go, when to go, when to go. Ye Nalushi, ye Nalushi, ye Nalushi. I'm bait for ya. Come and get me and prove that you're real. Unless you're a coward.
This was probably a really bad idea, so we're gonna see what happens next.
The law isn't dedicated to justice, it's dedicated to profits.
I would argue that it's dedicated to trickery, and profits are the incentive to keep it to themselves, that they're tricking you.
Education is not dedicated to teaching, it's dedicated to profits.
Again, I would argue that it's really dedicated to tricking you, and profits are the incentive to keep tricking you.
Healthcare is not dedicated to health, it's dedicated to profits.
Again, with the trickery, but paying you to not say nothing.
The media is not dedicated to journalism. It's dedicated to profits.
You see the reoccurring theme, right?
Government is not dedicated to people. It's dedicated to profits.
We already know this one.
The only minority that you should blame is the 1%. Let me ask you something. Do you think that you have anything in common with a Larry Fink, Jamie Dimon, Steven Schwartzman, Bill Gates, Apartheid Clyde?
Oh, I'm sorry. He wasn't talking to me. He's talking to,
Jeff Bezos, Bernard Arnault. Do you think you have anything to do with these people? You're not a capitalist, okay? You're a worker. If you work for a living, you are in the working class. Congratulations. Most people are. You are not a benefactor of capitalism. You are not a beneficiary of capitalism. So quit simping for your capitalist overlords. They do not care about you. They will literally melt you down into biomatter and use you as jet fuel for their next flight to space. They do not like you. They don't think about you. They are literally exploiting you.